Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. This week I'll be covering 3 more decks that are amazing for climbing in the new patch. The variety cards just came out and there's less than a month to climb before the next expansion, and also the ranked reset. We got some spicy stuff this week. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. That way you have a good understanding of what's strong, whether you want to play the best decks themselves or if you want to know how to counter them. Let's see what these strong decks are, shall we? Welcome to Meta Report. And we're going to be starting off with a fun one. Gwen enthusiasts rejoice because we have a new Gwen deck to play, which is Zed Gwen. Also, if I sound a little funky, I just had 4 teeth pulled last week, so I still have the sutures in. So if I sound a little weird or I say words a little bit funny, my apologies. It's because I still have stitches in my mouth. So with that, let's get into Zed Gwen, coming in with a win rate of 56.48% and a play rate of 2.32%. It is spiking in both popularity and also win rate. Its best matchups are Galio Voli, Aesol Voli, Akshan Pantheon, and also Jarvan Galio. Its worst matchups are Heimer Nora, Jinx Discard, Seraphine Set, and also Neela Janna. So this is a very aggressive deck that utilizes a very old fan favorite card in the game, Shark Chariot, and also the ephemeral keyword, where allies die after they strike or if they attack in combat. So really interesting effect. Shark Chariot basically wants to go to the grave, and then whenever you attack with future ephemerals, Shark Chariots will summon themselves from the grave and then attack with them. So really cool attack pressure. The deck has almost like no defensive utility outside of like hate spike and stuff like that. So it's a very aggressive deck that wants to win in the early mid game and win through a bunch of like little cheeky means. One way would be, of course, the ephemeral swarm. Another way would be the ramping elusives that we have. So let's talk about the mechanics in the deck and why everything is working the way that it is. So we have Boisterous Host, 1 mana 2, 1 Hallow. Really good early game unit. We are playing Gwen, so we want some Hallow units in here. Really good at giving us extra attack on our first attacker every time that we do an attack. Then, you know, we can put like an elusive in the front, gain some extra damage. Really nice synergy there, just to have Hallow plus unblockable damage. Obviously, that is a recipe for some cringe and also a lot of strength. Triple Mark of the Isles to give an ally ephemeral. This is really good before going into combat. That way you can buff something up to protect it from like a mystic shot and then swing with it. And then if you have any sharks in your grave, they will come up because your unit is now ephemeral. Really good synergy with the deck in general, actually. Next, we have Shadow Apprentice, 1 mana 1/1 elusive. When you summon an ephemeral ally, give me 1/0 this round. So yeah, you're basically going to be getting this guy out early and then summoning a bunch of ephemerals and then attacking with a big elusive boy. Same thing with Greenglade Duo, literally like the same strategy, except that she buffs herself when you summon anyone, not just ephemerals. So Greenglade Duo for 1 more mana and 1 more attack is going to do pretty much the same thing, just another unblockable unit. Triple Hate Spike, really good as a response to removal, because then you can get a husk, and then put like one of your elusive bodies on the husk. Let's say you get like Spell Shield Husk, all of a sudden you are just Bing chilling. Now you're going to be really annoying to deal with. It's also extra HP, so like if you hit Tough Husk, you can hit like Impact Husk, get that on Zed or Gwen, and then they're a little bit safer with that +1 HP, so really nice overall card. You want to use this as a reaction most of the time, yeah. Triple Redeem Prodigy, really good Hallow card. Get the Hallow ramping so that way your elusives and ephemeral stuff can have more damage later. Just makes sense. Really good synergy with Zed as well, by the way, because when you attack with Zed, he will gain the Hallow buff, and then his Shadow will also gain the same Hallow buff. So that's a little like fun fact. If you want to attack with Zed, you get a little bit more attack pressure that way in certain game states. Here's Shark Chariot. Again, you want him to die as soon as possible, that way it comes back whenever you attack in the future. Really good if you stack multiple Shark Chariots in the early game. Really good if you get this card from Stalking Shadows, which we'll talk about shortly. It's a draw card. And then, yeah, you just basically swarm. Lots of sharks, lots of good times. Stagehand, who is an ephemeral and also a stunner. Really nice in the mid game to try to close out, take away a really important unit that the opponent is trying to block with, is also ephemeral, so you get all the sharks. Just really good attack pressure. You can also use it as a defensive tool too, in case you're fighting Overwhelm or something like that. Then that way you can, you know, not go too far behind and maybe even like not lose. Like you could hit Pantheon or something just kind of big. So Stagehand's utility, very flexible. Moonlit Glenkeeper, 3 mana 2/3. This is an ephemeral buffer, which is actually really cool. When you summon an ephemeral ally, grant it 1/0. Also, if you Nightfall this card itself, you get a sapling, which is also ephemeral and has Challenger. So think of it like Valor, but for ephemeral synergy instead of scout synergy, really, really good card. And it also gained the buff, since Moonlit Glenkeeper buffs any ephemeral. That includes the sapling. Feels good, man. Opulent Foyer, of course, this is another ephemeral synergy card and also Hallow synergy card, so we run that too. Really nice. Stalking Shadows, pick a follower from the top 4 cards in your deck. Draw it, place the rest in your deck, then create an exact ephemeral copy. So you basically get a 2-for-1 deal. You get to pick a unit, you get a regular version and an ephemeral version, which is really nice, especially when you're hitting Shark Chariots, right? That way you can get even more in there. You basically turn 1 shark into 3, stuff like that. It's just really nice overall. You can also get other early game units. You can use this first action to then Nightfall Moonlit Glenkeeper. Lots of good choices. I mean, Stalking Shadow is just a really good refill card, especially since we want our units to be ephemeral, so it's not even a downside. That's actually a bonus for us. So yeah, really good draw. Next we have Triple Zed, who has an ephemeral dude that attacks with him, so really good for that as well. Then we can attack, get some sharks, maybe get some pressure with him, protect him later, maybe put him on a husk, and then, hey, we're good to go. Gwen, our other champion, really good attack pressure as well. She snips, she does extra damage, she gains a lot of power from the Hallow over the course of the early mid game, and then is also a finisher later. And then we have Dragon Ambush, which is a really, really strong card. Start a free attack with 2 Dragonlings. The Dragonlings are ephemeral, so you're basically rallying for 5 while summoning 2 dudes that have lifesteal. The first one is going to get hallowed, so you're going to heal for like 6+. So this is automatically very good into aggro burn strategies. Like, this is a 1-card win con. I've said this many times. When I play burn into Zed Gwen, if they open and play Dragon Ambush, I kind of just lose. So that's a really good card for that. And also, since you are attacking with ephemeral dudes, you'll summon a bunch of sharks. So this could actually just like win you the game as well. Not just against aggro, but that's a lot of attack pressure. If you have a couple sharks in the grave, you kind of just win outright with a couple Dragonlings on this rally. And then you get to attack as well. So yeah, just a really scary card overall. And that's the highest cost card that we are running, because this is a very, very aggressive deck. A lot of the time you're going to set up just like Shadowblade Apprentice or whatever his name is, Greenglade Duo, and then, you know, Dragon Ambush, and then attack with them after, because you just summon so many dudes. You kind of just push upwards of 15 to 20 damage in 1 turn in the mid game. So yeah, this deck is very explosive. It's very early focused, and it has a lot of different ways to play out its hands. So yeah, definitely recommend it if you want to play some OG Shark Chariot vibes with some more modern cards. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context to why I'm playing certain cards, and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. And for the example game, we're going to be fighting Bard Kale, which is a mid-range, you know, build them up deck. They want to get big stats. They also have elusive, so I think they're going to be pretty good into us. If they buff up Winged Messenger, then it's just going to be a good blocker. We do have a Shark Chariot in the early game. We always want to keep that. We could probably pitch the rest. I think Dragon Ambush is actually like a pretty decent keep as well. Since we don't have a lot of innate draw in the deck, except for Stalking, which draws units, I actually want to keep the Ambush, because I think it is one of our deck's win cons. So this looks like a pretty good mulligan. I'm fine with this. We could keep Hate Spike, but meh. We don't have the best targets for it, maybe only Esmus. There's our Stalking. Very cool, very nice. I probably want to play Shark Chariot on the defense turn, and then try to get to an ephemeral attacker on attack 3. That would be ideal. Maybe like a top deck Zed or something. Hey, we got the Hate Spike back. That is also fine. Chime Slime. Something else we could do is just pass this and then play like Shark Chariot, Hate Spike, and then I don't know, I guess it would depend on our top deck. I kind of just want to get the Shark Chariot out now. Shark Chariot just dying on defense is usually pretty fine. It's a classic defense too. Yep, we can't block. So we take 4. Not so bad. We can heal that back later. Alright, what are we hitting here? Gwendolyn. Not bad. Do like me a Gwen. We could play Stalking, or we could do a stagehand play. Let's just do Stalking. Don't whiff, don't whiff. Boisterous. Very good. I kind of want to play the ephemeral one, no lie. That way we can try to get our Shark Chariot back and get some attack pressure. That's also going to put Hallow in the grave for us, so feels good. Now our hand curves out pretty well. So we attack with an ephemeral. That will summon the shark. Very nice. We can get Gwen developed on defense 4. And then do some turn 5 shenanigans. Dragon Ambush on 6, probably. Sunburst is a bit worrying. Let's see if they play below Sunburst. If they just slam Bard, I mean, that's kind of fine, right? Or Wing Messenger. Gwen. If they attack, we do not block, even though I'd love to get Gwen level up points. They could be on buffs, you know. Unless I want to kill the Chime Slime. El Cascade puts it up to a 3-4, which automatically puts it outside of Gwen's range. Nah, we'll just take 8 then. I don't really feel like having Gwen take chip damage. Seems kind of troll. Alright, let's do... Oh my goodness, Zed's really good here. Zed and then float 2. Yeah, let's just slam Zed. I don't feel like holding him back. That's fine. That's really good. Yeah. That's really good pressure. Look. They're pretty, getting pretty low there. Buff for Messenger. Yep, Pale Cascade. There's so many different routes we could go. It's so interesting to think that if they took even more damage, like let's say my Gwen was not stunned this turn, we could probably do like a double Mark of the Isles play and just try to push for lethal soon. Double Mark would put them down to 4. I think we could do 1 Mark and just lose our Zed. Or we do Hate Spike here. Stack 3 damage because I think I'm going to overkill them anyways. And let the Zed live. Yeah, we lose 3 damage on the Shark, but I kind of like this route. I'm going to do something a little funky here. I know it looks a bit weird, but I have a plan in mind. I do have a plan. My plan's going to be Dragon Ambush. Purifying Flames. Okay, maybe not. Maybe if something big comes down, we just stagehand, to be honest. Yeah. We always win next turn, I believe, on 7. Yeah, mommy. Yeah. Let's play defensive.
If we seek forgiveness, we must commit all.
We have to do stun first action, so we do waste our Husk, unfortunately. Obviously, I can't play out our 1-drops first, because then they get to attack me. Yeah. All good. No worries here, no worries. We can live with 2, they don't have any reach. So this looks pretty fine. Yeah, it looks good. Looks fantastic, actually. I'm pretty sure we just win on 7. Like, no sweat, no worries. I'm not worried in the slightest. We have, like, God Hand. We just have to play around what our opponent is trying to do a little bit. But with protecting Zed, so we sack 3 damage to save our champion. I'm pretty sure that's going to come in clutch this turn. Triple Mark for lethal as well. Little nasty. So let's go ahead and lead Dragon Ambush and start getting the Shadow Apprentice ramped, and then we'll attack after that. Heal up, no problem. And then, yeah, Zed's going to clutch us up. Shadow Apprentice is +1. We're going to get more snipping. Yeah, okay. No, this is fantastic. Because keeping Zed alive allows us to get another ephemeral attack this turn. So that's another Shark, and that's +2 for Apprentice. So this is always correct. I sacked the 3 damage, but I got it back later. Sunhawk, that's stunning my Shadow Apprentice currently. I could do a Mark of the Isles and make it target something else. I think that's probably worth. We could double mark the Boisterous as well, actually. Or double mark the Zed. No. We wanna mark the Boisterous. Yes. There, because of the plus HP, it no longer ties. So we basically get to change the stun target. A little fun interaction there. That way we can attack with these, which is what we want to do. And that's like just beyond lethal. Look at that. We should have given the Shadow Apprentice the +1 Hollow. That doesn't matter too much, but we could have done that. Yeah, it's not going to matter. But Apprentice first, for sure. Alright, let's get it. We're going to see some guiding touches, maybe. Maybe a star shaping. I don't know. If star shaping, I'm going to be kind of mad, actually. Oh, no, we're good. Ah. Snip, snip. Yeah, nice and easy there. And for the next one, we have another spicy build, which is a full-on control deck, one of which we haven't seen in quite some time. With the recent Warmothers buff, this deck has now come up, which is, yes, Warmothers Volibear Tryndamere, kind of like FTR from back in the day, and Warmothers even before that. So really, really interesting if you like the Freljord ramp and Shadow Isles control playstyles. Coming in with a win rate of 53.56 and a play rate of 2.42, it's very solid. If you want to just play hard control, hey, it's here. Its best matchups include Formidables with Jarvan, Veigar Senna Darkness, and also Neela Janna. Its worst matchups are Jinx Kennen Discard, Ace Lissandra Volley, Zed Gwen, which we just played, and also Akshan Pantheon. So the main theme of this deck is literally just control the board, shoot everything the opponent tries to do, and then summon really big dudes in the late game. Very, very standard playstyle for like the ramping control. This is what Freljord and Shadow Isles have been known for as a duo in the past. This is just like the same deck that it's always been. However, it's lacking some tools since things like Vile Feast got rotated into Eternal. It doesn't have that anymore, but it does still have a lot of very good cards to play around. So we have triple Soul Harvest nowadays, which is really good for early game units and also champions. You just need to spend 1 more mana and you can kill a champion for 3 total, and that's pretty nice. Just like clean up anything in the early game. Triple Flash Freeze for stall. Then we have Winter's Touch for ramp. We want our good ramp cards. Winter's Touch and Wild Mysticism will do that for us. Eradication, which is basically like this deck's Avalanche right now. Avalanche isn't rotated or anything, but this deck has seemed to have dropped it. I think you can run Avalanche over Flash Freeze if you are fighting like a more swarmy meta. But, you know, the meta is not really super aggressive right now, so you can get away without running it and just run Eradication instead. When the opponents build a board, you spend 1 more mana to just kill like everything that has 3 or less power. So this way you can hit things like 2/3s, right? 2/3 bodies are very popular in Legends of Runeterra right now, so Eradication's going to hit all those, whereas Avalanche would not. So just think of this like as our Avalanche card. Grasp of the Undying, Drain 3. Yes, I know this card looks weird. I've had this resolve against me a few times, and everyone chat is like spamming question marks, like, what is Grasp doing? I thought this was rotated. Who runs this? Yeah, this deck runs it. Drain 3 is actually not terrible for 5 mana. I mean, it's like such an okay card that if it comes up and the opponent taps out and you can drain something for 3, that's fantastic. But yeah, really not the best single target removal. It is fast speed, so it has that going for it. Triple Harsh Winds for stall. Wild Mysticism for ramp. Piercing Darkness, this is definitely the better drain card. 6 mana, slow speed, drain 5. 5 hits pretty much everything in the early mid game, unless the opponent has buffs like Sky Splitter and stuff like that. If they tap out and your piercing is guaranteed, I mean, you're just gonna, that's big. That's a massive heal, massive kill. So definitely the better card. It is a little bit more expensive though, and it is slow speed, so keep that in mind. Triple Vengeance, really good premium. Shadow Isles removal, 6 mana, fast speed, kill a unit. Love that. And next we have a new card, Bodir of Blackened Ice, 8 mana, 8/8 Frost Dragon, very cool. When I'm summoned, summon 2 Frozen Thralls and advance them to 2. So Frozen Thralls are landmarks that when they count down to 0, you get an 8/8 Overwhelmed Body, so that's really nice. It advances it to 2 automatically, so in 2 turns it pops. So if you get Bodir on an attack turn, then you will get your Frozen Thralls on your next attack turn, right? And same thing on defense. It's just like the same turn order. Your next one. So really, really easy to manipulate. This is a very good card to ramp into, and it's also a very good card to hit from a Warmother's Call because the effect is on summon. So yeah, very nice card. Freljord has very much been enjoying this inclusion to the game. This came out very recently in the variety set, so feels good for the Freljord enjoyers out there. Next, we have 2 Tryndamere. We don't want to run too much of him. We just want to summon him every once in a while from Warmothers. 8 mana, 8/6. He got buffed. He's tankier now. Overwhelm. If I would die, level up instead. Big Overwhelm, fearsome, tough unit. Extra Tryndamere becomes big Overwhelm, win con. Feels good, man. Just put this buff on him, and you're good to go. Next, we have 1 Ruination. This is a panic button in case the opponent has developed way too much or has resolved champion strength. Well, now we Ruination, and we can win. Double Volibear, same reason. We don't really want to like super stack him. We're never really playing multiple Volibears in the same game, so just running him at 2 is fine. Volibear, 9 mana, 10/10 on play. Play 3 Relentless Storms. These deal 4 to different units. If there's not enough units or the unit dies in the stack, then it deals 2 to the enemy Nexus instead. Really nice. If you do a bunch of damage over the course of the game, he levels, and then he does his Storm effect on attack call, while also giving everything Overwhelm. Everything on your board. So the Bodir and also the She Who Wanders, which we're also running in here, will be big Overwhelm finishers for us as well, as long as we have Volibear level. So really cool top end, the late game stuff. Speaking of She Who Wanders, this is like a 1-card win con versus a lot of early and also mid-range decks. 10 mana, 10/10. Play Obliterate all units with 4 or less power in play and in hands. We do not run any of those, so She Who Wanders is going to do no evil towards us. No downside, but can and will obliterate all of the opponent's units that are 4 attack or less, both in play and also ripping them straight out of the opponent's hand. So really, really cool top end card as well. We ramp into this. We're playing this much earlier than turn 10. This is on play, so this is not going to come out from Warmothers and do the effect. Be mindful of that. This one has to be played from hand. But yeah, really strong effect. And then the card that this deck is built around, and also recently buffed card, Warmother's Call for 11 mana slow speed. Summon the top ally from your deck now and also each round start. So you pay 11. You are going to be ramping with this deck, so you're going to be playing this, a bit earlier in the game than it looks like. Then you're going to get a unit right away, which is a really strong effect. And then every single time it's round start, you're going to get another one off the top. So you're going to be hitting Tryndamere, Volibear, Bodir, and also She Who Wanders, because those are the only units in our deck. That's why we're not running anything weird like Sentry. We can't run Sentry or any other unit cards. That's why we're not running Rhonda. That's why we're not running the Sigil package, because we don't want units to be summoned from Warmothers except for just our top end boys. So yeah, we're playing only removal and Warmothers and our top end. So that's all the deck is trying to do. It does it very well. If you get to the mid-late game, you kind of just win. It's a snowball effect, and it's pretty easy to get to that point as long as you understand the matchups pretty well and know how to play a bit more reserved. And that's it for the rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. And for this example game, we have a classic Bard Alawi. Very strong deck when they came out. Soul Harvest is actually really good. It's good into both champs, right? So yeah, we definitely keep, even if one of them gets chimed. I think we keep 1 and also maybe pitch the Vengeance. I want ramp really bad in this matchup, so I think we keep 1 Soul Harvest, 1 Warmothers, and then try to get to our ramp cards. Having like a variety of tools is more important than stacking 1 tool. I don't want to just like slam Soul Harvest, Vengeance, because yeah, we'll kill their dudes, but we're never going to get to our win con. Tryndamere. Take 1, no problem. Alright, let's top deck a ramp card, and then we're kind of good. Double Idol? That's pretty annoying. Big Tentacle. Eradication. Eradication kind of nice. Let's beta pass here. See if they play Seize Voice, and then we Eradication. Answered Prayer. Ah, I see. I see. Alright, we can Piercing then. We can just drain it. You want to fully invest in that Tentacle? Well, now it's gone. Now it is gone, my friend. Alawi on 4. I hope she got chimed, and then we can Soul Harvest her. Answered Prayer again. Oh, okay. I can't really do much about that. It's just another 5/5 Tentacle. Yep. We're only burning 1 mana, so it's not so bad. Another Piercing, that's cool. I mean, I kind of want a Piercing now before they do something like Tentacle Smash, and then just spawn another 2. Bring that back up. Look out, yeah. Spawn 3, yeah. Still waiting for that champion. No, it's just another open. Okay. I'm down to Harsh Winds. I don't really have much else to do. I think I could Harsh Winds more damage later, but like, I don't have an alternative. I guess I could Soul Harvest the Tentacle. That gives me something to do, I suppose. Kind of wish I had some ramp cards, though. Any amount of ramp would be so fantastic for us with this hand. I'm surprised they're also championless. Wow. That's really weird. Vengeance. Alright. Well, we're on 10 mana. Not 11, so not much we can do here. Z's voice. Z's voice, huh? I kind of want to do Harsh Winds Eradication. Be kind of fun. That way I don't die on open. I don't die on open, though, if I just Harsh Winds. And that way we can play Warmothers pretty quickly, I think, later on. Ah, here we go. Now it's even better. Pop, 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 pop. Look at that combo. Harsh Winds both of these, and then Eradication, full board wipe. Basically, Ruination at home. Yeah, let's go! Hard control, I love it! And then we're just gonna play Tryndamere, Volibear, Warmothers, and kind of win from there. And the last deck I have for you is the current strongest version of Formidables that I'm seeing, with Garen, Jarvan, and Galio, coming in with a win rate of 52.77% and a play rate of 2.62%. It's also very solid right now. Its best matchups include variations of Teemo Caitlyn, Teemo Janna, and also Scouts. Its worst matchups are Evelynn Aatrox, Nasus Senna Control, Barrier Boys, and Heimer Nora. So this deck wants to abuse the very strong Freljord cards with also the very strong Demacia Formidable package, utilizing very high HP to beat down the board, and then also leveling Galio and rallying a ton of times in the mid and late game. So we have Elixir of Iron for HP protection. Elixir of Iron's really good in this deck in particular because it doubles up as HP and also damage, since formidable units strike with their health rather than their attack. So Elixir of Iron, double dipping on the value. Omen Hawk, very good card, 1 mana 1/1, elusive blocker, so you can out the elusives running around in the meta, while also giving your units more HP and more damage. Again, any amount of HP we're giving to our Formidables, super nice. Yes, we lose the +1 value on the attack, but that's okay, because Omen can hit Duran Sculptor, can hit himself, can hit Garen, Jarvan. They're still like really good targets, blocking Badger Bear. So yeah, very strong card here. This deck in particular is very good against elusives in general, because we have Omen, we have Badger Bear, and we have Strike spells. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're tired of elusive, try this one. So yeah, Omen Hawk, really nice for that. Petricite Hound, 1 mana 0/2 Formidable, really nice, strikes with HP, really good early game unit, and also scales up. Duran Sculptor, 2 mana 2/2, when you summon another ally, grant it 0/1, so nice 1 HP boost. You want to develop Sculptor on 2 against matchups where you're allowed to, as long as she's not going to die to Mystic on summon. Otherwise, you're going to have to play Sculptor later when you can protect her. You can also float turn 1 and then like put Elixir of Iron on her and keep her safe, and then start developing 3, 4, 5 onwards and be very happy. Petricite Broadwing, 2 mana 0/3 Formidable. When you summon another ally, grant me Challenger. Really good at controlling the board. You get to kill a bunch of things in the early game and then like heal them up with a Sky Splitter, stuff like that. Strike into very big dudes with Sky Splitter, Elixir of Iron. Broadwing, just a very good card in general. Sky Splitter, speaking of which, +3 HP. Wow, really good. So this is a 2 mana burst speed +3 attack for your Formidables, essentially, while also giving them protection. Wow, very good card. Next we have Darkened Spear, 2 mana 0/2. So this is 2 HP/damage right away on a Formidable. If you attack, you get the Omen Hawk effect for your top cards, very nice. And in the late game, this can also be a unit for you. You can spend 8 to summon this as a Darken, get the same Omen Hawk effect, and also summon something from the top of the deck. Really strong effect. Blocking Badger Bear, 2 kill elusives, 3 mana 4/4, really good body, good at blocking elusives. Next we have Gentleman's Duel, 3 mana fast speed spell, good strike, give an ally 0/2, that ally and an enemy strike each other. So really good to target your Formidables, obviously, that's more damage, and then you get to just kill something of your opponents. Single combat with Elixir of Iron built in, very good card. Petricite Charger, 3 mana 0/4 Formidable. I don't take damage from enemy spells or skills. Really good unit to sit on in the early game. if you develop multiple, I mean, you're in a really good spot. Definitely kills like Piltover and Zon players because they can't just Mystic Shot this guy or kill him with direct damage. You can't Hex Splitterator him or anything. So really, really strong card at just going into combat over and over and over. And next we have Ballin. Let's go. 4-mana 0/4 Formidable. This card did get nerfed a little bit ago, but he's still kicking. Attack, grant other formidable allies everywhere 0/1. Scaling them up, helping them out. He no longer buffs himself, but that's okay. If you have multiple Ballins, I'm pretty sure they buff each other, so we're kind of good to go there. Just a really strong card at getting the rest of your units like scaling up into the mid-late game alongside him. Really, really nice. You can also put like the Darkened Spear on him and get your HP that way. Ballin, really strong. Next we have 1 Garen. Really cool at giving your allies just a big boost if you have like 3 or 4 dudes. Also, if he levels at some point, that's really nice. We can use him as a Gentleman's Duel target, turbo level him, get extra rallies. Just a quick little one of cute Garen. Jarvan at 3 of because he's really strong. We want to open attack 6, get him out. He challenges the strongest enemy. Very good, of course, if he levels, which he should in this deck quite often. Then we get free Cataclysm. You can use that to just challenge and kill things and keep control of the board while beating them down. Galio, our other win con, 7 mana 0/8, spell shield formidable. When I'm summoned, grant other allies 0/3. So he gives like the big Sky Splitter effect to everyone. So really, really nice. This is also important because he needs high HP to level. And then when he levels, every time you take damage, you get to attack an extra time per turn. So really, really good card there in conjunction with Cataclysm from Jarvan level. We're going to be swinging, attacking, leveling, healing, attacking, rallying, all kinds of stuff. We're just going to be doing everything, essentially. And then 2 Champion Strength to round out the deck. Yes, this card also got nerfed, but it's still really good rally. Formidables abuse it more than pretty much any deck right now. Maybe Scouts also still use Champion Strength super well. But yes, Formidable still loves this. Still a really good rally card. Still really good top-end win con. And that's it for the rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. And for the example game, we do have that Nasus control deck, which was good into us. It was Nasus Senna. This is probably like very similar. Just a budget version, maybe. So we have Elixir, Broadwing, Jarvan, Ballin. We're attacking on odds, so Jarvan's attack 7. Meh, we don't really want that. We'll keep the rest. Float turn 1, Broadwing 2. Ballin. I love that. That's actually really good for us. Omen on 1. That also works. Attack with that. Get our early game damage. Broadwing's gonna die to Quietus or Soul Harvest, which is like the big issue, is like all of our dudes just die to Shadow Walls removal. Ha, not anymore though. Not anymore, my friend. Now we're cringe and awesome. Yeah, you can't Quietus that, can ya? We're on 4 mana here. Ooh, hello. Oh my god, I'm on triple Ballin? That's pretty insane, actually. Soul Harvest can come down. Nope, no Soul Harvest. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if this is Vaults. Yeah, this is just Vaults of Hellia. Pop. Pop, pop. Yep. I bet they can just use like Eradication, and then I'm kind of mad. That is going to be their play, if I had to guess. So what I want to do is play one of my not buffed Ballins and just force the Eradication, right? They're also on Castigate, 7 mana kill all followers. Ugh. Kind of annoying here. Yeah, let's just play one of our weaker Ballins. Oh, never mind. We can play Ballin. And then we're going to open attack before they can do the Castigate or Eradicate, right? Those are slow speed options, so we always need to develop on defense turn and then open attack with as much pressure as we can. Soul Harvest, yeah, I can't actually do anything about that, huh? Darn. Okay. That is kind of tricky. That makes me want to ball in anyways. What if we do... Because they're gonna play Vaults, right? What if we do a weapon on you? Now let's see what they do. I want them to just slam Vault on 5, and then I can ball in. If they do Eradicate or Castigate now, I can do Ballin after. If they beta pass, I'm in trouble. Okay, there's Vaults. Cool. Ballin time. And we can grab the Shepherd with the 3 HP Broadwing, right? Cool, because Ballin's going to buff it up. So that. No Vaults target. No Hate Spike either. That's really interesting. I was half expecting Hate Spike or Quietus or second Soul Harvest here. Hello, Broadwing. Alright, what you got? Because you're now pressured. Interesting. I want to play low committal. I don't want to just do Broadwing Benevolent, right? I want to do Hound first and then see if we get big removal. And then Broadwing after. Castigate, Eradicate, both still annoying for us. Still really annoying for us. I don't want to commit. If I play one more thing, get Eradicated, I'm just mad. Quietus. Alright, I think we're good to go. Slam another Ballin. Outplay Quietus, no problem. Ballin. And then open attack. Why are you attacking? I could remove one blocker from them. I think I want to, yeah. Draw one, that's fine. Removing a blocker is kind of huge. I have 2 grabbers. They're gonna get Nasus. Soul Harvest, yep. Yep. Alright, let's do... Open attack. Jarvan's so big for us here. Oh my god, what a top deck. That's so huge. That's so much more damage now. I'm pretty confident we're good to go off of that. Let's go! Jarvan clutch. Love to see it. Erdemacia! Yeah! Gank that Nasus top. Boom. Easy peasy. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a hard matchup for us. And that's it for this week's decks. Extra shout out to the patrons on screen. Much love and thank you for supporting. So yeah, to wrap things up, I can't stress this enough. There is less than a month of climbing left. Make sure to pick up these decks or learn how to beat them because they're going to be pretty much everywhere, on top of the ones I covered last week and a few from the previous meta reports as well. Be on the lookout for new champion reveals soon. Definitely drop a sub and like if you're excited because I am, and I will be covering them here on this channel. New cards are always super fun to look at. This has been Meta Report. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters.